Any questions?
You don't have to try so hard.
I guess I'll just ask my question. So I feel like the consensus around my friends is that, Adventure Time is not for kids, like between the jokes and like the setting. Who do you guys think Adventure Time is for? Like what demographic?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone. There's something for everyone. And that's the thing about this show. Like, I mean, you come to a convention here and a whole family will walk up to you and they're all dressed, in different costumes and cosplay from the show. Like mom is PB and dad is the Ice King and the daughter's made a BMO outfit and then they got an infant dressed as Lumpy Space Princess and you've never seen anything cuter than an infant dressed as Lumpy Space Princess.
Yeah.
But like,
Or I've seen like little baby Gunters are cute.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, there is.
So basically, mentally ill family groups are our.
Yes.
That's our key demographic.
Yes, it is. No, it's everybody. It's for everybody.
Now, I would say.
Yes.
Now, I want to meet this consensus of friends. Could you call them?
Yeah.
We need to get them on the phone.
On phone a friend right now, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that probably Adventure Time traffics in themes that might not have a whole lot of resonance with real little kids. Loneliness and loss and stuff like that. But I think there's also just stuff that kids do understand, friendship and high adventure and fighting monsters and all that kind of stuff.
And the sense of make-believe.
It works on.
And of course, fart jokes.
Yeah,
And a lot of
everybody loves fart
jokes.
jokes.
And I don't, if you're 7 or 107, fart jokes are the bomb.
George Carlin said it, farts are funny because they're blank without the mess. I will just say that.
That's right.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you.
Have you guys started working on the movie yet? And what the continuity with the show, or it's on?
We don't know anything about the movie. We know nothing about the movie. Adam
Yeah,
knows more than
it's
anybody
still
probably.
in really early development stages, so we can't really talk about it. But I think the idea is to tie it into the show, so it's satisfying for people who have watched the show for a long time. But obviously, it has to play to people who've never seen the show too.
Accessible still.
Yeah, it's still a ways off.
Well, that's the thing about doing like a show like this, or any show that sticks around for a long time and is on every week. Like, there's always somebody watching it for the first time. There's always somebody just boarding the train, and so they they either catch up or they just go, okay, I get it, and they just continue on the ride. But
Roll with it, yeah.
But the movie, I guess, would have to serve as a jumping on place for
Yeah,
new fans without being redundant for a long time.
Yeah.
Fans. So those Lego dudes got their work cut out for them.
yeah. No, I mean, Penn is working on like premises that are like really interesting, and it's stuff we haven't done on the show yet.
That's cool.
It's
Cool.
It's still from the future, so we can't really talk about it.
Since you all record together, what is your favorite behind-the-scenes moment from the show?
Yeah. The
Lou Ferrigno moment was my
moment was
favorite.
pretty
I was waiting
funny.
for that one.
Yeah, the Lou Ferrigno moment where he was given a direction that he couldn't physically do, and he kept getting the direction over and over. No, you just do it like this, and it was just really
Awkward.
It was very awkward, and it was a train wreck. It was fantastic, and a week later, I was like, "What are you doing?" And he went, "Oh my God!" Basically, it's like he was like,
Our voice director didn't realize that he was like fully deaf.
yeah.
He thought he could hear a little,
But
but you'd think
so
that
he's-
sometimes because Lou is really good at lip reading, so you have conversations.
Yeah.
It's just- But he's like, oh no, I just need you to sing the line
Yeah,
like this.
sing the
Just
line.
singing like,
It's kinda- yeah. And he's just screaming, and it was just like, oh no. But yeah, it was, yeah, and he just, when we were sitting there, just like, doesn't he realize that it's like telling a blind guy, like, no, just, red, right? So.
My favorite was George Takei came in to do Ricardio.
Oh my.
Yes, George is wonderful. And, he's one of those guys, like, he's really funny, but sometimes he doesn't realize that you're being sarcastic, like,
Yeah.
straight, deadpan sarcastic.
Yeah.
So he said, whoa, this show is crazy. I mean, oh my goodness, it's all over the place. And I said, yeah, I said this show has it's got a cult following. I said, it's really, Adventure Time was just starting to take off, and I said, it's really catching on. It's got this really intense cult following. I don't know if you've ever been on a show that has a cult following. But he looked at me. Yes, I think I know what this is. Like I was the biggest dumbass in the world.
Oh my God.
I'm making a joke, George. Oh God, I'm sorry. I never knew.
That's funny.
Yes, I think I know a little bit about that. Does this guy not know I was on Star Trek?
Me and
What a
Jeremy were
moron.
talking about that yesterday, that it's really hard to pan out when sarcasm is appropriate.
Yeah, because especially with like fans, because some people don't understand that they're like, oh, will this ever happen? No. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally joking. Like,
Yeah.
We just don't know.
The way that some people are colorblind and they can't tell like a black sock from a green sock. That's
Same
how
thing.
some people are with sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't. They don't have the sensory apparatus to pick up on it. You know what I mean? So it's, yeah, that can be. And especially when you're sarcastic pricks like we are all the time.
Not with the coffee in the mouth.
Sorry.
The next thing you guys have slated is an 8-part miniseries.
Right.
Are we seeing a massive like format change or a subtle format change in how storylines and episodes are being constructed?
The 8-parter, I think we're supposed to talk about it now, but that was more like the success of Over the Garden Wall. They really got interested in that format, and they kind of, that was really offhand. It was just like, hey, would you like to do more of an event? And I was like, okay. And it wasn't like to shift the structure of the entire show. It was just sort of something that's going to happen within the flow of season 7.
and it's pretty epic, so it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It's really just an ongoing storyline. Instead of Adventure Time can be pretty random with, you could have 2 back-to-back 11-minute episodes that have nothing to do with each other. So it's just sort of this whole saga.
Yeah, and it's kind of picaresque, right? I mean, they sort of like are wandering around.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's episodic 8 episodes. It's,
Yeah.
you know, Don Quixote or something. Cervantes meets Pendleton Ward.